to put up or shut up.
You can hear everything. Can you imagine being a fighter walking into this? We're going to see that any minute now.
Under the bright lights here for this one. Really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow-mo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you continue.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's putting down walls. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T. Play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter shot. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
It's so hot, so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Fundora just got rocked. Talk about Leonard in that last round. They say no one knows a fighter better than their trainer, and this trainer is certainly... Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat, and Sugar is in trouble. I thought that was the end, but here we go again. Back into the fire.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. That counter shot lands. And he scores with the counter. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They're both trying for a knockout. The jab misses. There's a counter shot. Perfect counter lands. A straight right just misses. He missed with that jab. Nice counter. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second.
There's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The charts action from both of these fighters. Nice counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Got him there. Can't land that jab. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Sugar Ray in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't...
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Beautiful counter punch. He misses with that straight left. Just misses with that left uppercut. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Catch and shoot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to... Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight.
They believe...
Back into the fray here in round 5. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Those counter punches have to hurt. These two were made for each other. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Swing and a miss for that jab. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Good counter punching. A perfect counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. On to the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. An amazing knockout finish here. That was something. Well, he's had enough, and he is going to quit. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.
Five-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 107 career victories, introducing El Gran Campeón Mexicano, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
It's a privilege and an honor to be here. I feel so lucky to be sat here talking about something I love.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. And that left hook doesn't find its target. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. You can really feel the buzz in the air tonight. So much hype here in this arena.
You just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice slip to avoid the jab. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
That counter punch caught. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Robinson in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And look at that chap's slick. The chap's good.
Forget about that round. It was a bad round, but we don't care. Go ahead.
Work. Stay focused.
Here we go. Round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? He threw a punch and just got countered. Beautiful counter punch. Missing with the hook. When you're training to fight a swarmer, Johnny, you know this better than anybody. You have got to be in peak physical condition because they're not going to let you breathe.
You are fighting the swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that swarmer, once you do that, you're giving a man a chance that shouldn't have one.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great round, great round. Now, relax. Just the same again.
Stick him on the end of a jab and then start gathering your pace and win this round.
Here, and he'll start tiring him. Now, don't wait to load up. Don't
Shoot the switch back on. Get focused. Get the mark.
There's the bell to start round 3. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Perfect counter shot. There's a counter shot. A perfect counter lands. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with the jab. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
And there's the bell to start round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Beautiful counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Good counter punching. talk about Robinson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance without a doubt.
On to the fifth we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Blocks the left uppercut. They exchange punches. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That counter shot lands. Good counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Oh, what a punch! When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is still...
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
And he misses with that jab. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Catch and shoot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Robinson in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that. Round 7, here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stop, but that won't score. time they drop their guard, they get caught. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Stamina is off the charts. That hook just can't find the target. Nope, that uppercut does not score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Chavez in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
How about that time counter shot? Julio Cesar Chavez goes down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from? One, two, three, four, five.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagle's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
They're going to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
skies and binoculars. Two nights live singing by the opera house, but not in it. Just by it, someone alongside it. A long silence. A strong, vibrant, meditative song of guidance designed to raise islets sublime and save the assignments with warm regards and age kindness for today's climate.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach. And he'll face the Bronze Bomber, 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach.
I'll always go for reach every time over anything. If you've got reach, touch with speed.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. The Bronze Bomber, only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history.
Just take note, Todd. Check out the reach. Check it out.
So now let's go into the ring for the official introductions. Here's the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. The one and only, the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Perfect counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. That counter punch caught him clean. Oh, no! Ali is down! Blink and you miss it. Good thing we can watch that all over again.
I've got to see that again.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count. Get up, breathe and move. Get behind the referee. Save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they get it.
Beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali. Ten seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
To make or break a fighter.
Get your mind back on the job. Great work. I love that. I love that. The jab's slick. Just keep him on.
Here we go. Round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Oh, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This slugger isn't interested in winning rounds. He just wants to win the fight. And he's not going to do it on the scorecard, Johnny. He needs a KO.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train. This is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. There's a scoring blow. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round.
Now listen,
Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Get your mind back. Get your focus back.
Let's get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
That's lights out right there.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. That right hook won't score. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You're being put down. You've got to think right.
And there's the bell to start round 4. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
There's a counter shot. He misses with that jab. with counter punching. And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than nothing.
How about that time counter shot? That left hook misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that hook. Every time they drop, despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. He is down big time on the score. On to the fifth we go. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. That counter shot lands. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you pick and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Ali in that last round. At this point, you gotta
Calm yourself down.
And there's the bell for round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back.
He caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
I need to see that again.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Punch, counter punch. Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
They exchange punches. So much for boxing. This is a fight. That hook won't score. Got out of the way, that right hook. And this with that jab. Been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Ali in that last round.
What are you
So
doing?
it's plan B time after being...
Get your boxing back together.
And there's the bell for round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Nice counter shot. A straight right just misses. Jab does not score. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
In the early rounds of the fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym. And they're back at it again here in round 8. How much is left in their tank after last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? What a punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A lot of effort being exerted here. Good counter punch. The stamina is off the charts. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.